Hey, stay Steve. Please like and subscribe, and please do subscribe. Click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. We're good to go. It's completely free. Do it now whilst you listen to the video. You can do both. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So I've got Belisarius. Obviously, I haven't maxed him straight away. I've got him to obviously first skill. I'm focusing on. You know what I mean. I've locked it, so it's only going to be first skill first. The main reason that I got Belisarius, and I've watched a few videos, the main reason I got it, if you watched my preview videos of Belisarius, was for this skill, which I believe to be new meta, which pushes back the triggering point of the active skill of the target. Okay. My first priority, just a quick aside in terms of where I'm at with things, is my Joan Prime, who I do think is better than Belisarius. But Belisarius, being single damage, is therefore do a specific job, and that's what I've just said, to push back the triggering of the active skill. But there will be other things as well, okay? First impressions, obviously, if you're only maximizing, listen, if you're 4-1-1-1, then obviously, you know what I mean, it's very far from optimal. But I do look forward to that. Obviously, this first skill, as I said a few times now, that's what I want it to do, and I will maximize this. The attack is nice. Obviously, another 30% attack. Attack being every other second you're going to be attacking is going to be attack, and then counter attack. And of course, we've got that mystery rock Rise of Kingdoms formula. I believe your attack stats count towards your attack, and I believe your defense stats count towards your counter attack. Makes sense? So anyway, should we get a little bit more attack bonus? I say a little bit more, so up to 30%, and some blah, blah, blah speed points as well. Okay, this is where it we can get a little bit of that much needed tankiness. Okay, so we want him to be able to hang in there long enough to increase the time it's going to take for this active skill to trigger, right? So you need that 25% defensive boost. And add another look at the talent tree as well. I won't go into it because I've done it in the previous video. It's awful. It can't be primary, can't be primary. As much as I would want him to be primary so that he can get his active skill off first and get that kind of delay of active skill, you know, gaining. But as long as it gets there at some point, it's fine. It just pushes that clock back. So yes, in any situation where it's going to be some kind of mid to long battle, won't be too bad. And even if it's a short battle, it's still not going to be too bad, because guess what? It's a single damage commander, and what they do is relatively high damage to a single commander, which we remember is 2,400. My man Huan Yu 2,000, right? So it's more damage than an area of effect. And what I believe to be the best commander in the game, Huan Yu. Got the Belisarius with that reasonable damage. But anyway, so we've got the attack from the second passive skill, potentially up to 30%. We get this much needed defense, 25%, plus extra damage, a chance of extra damage. So I may say a 10% chance of up to 500 extra direct damage. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Those kind of percentage-based benefits, obviously, I look at it in terms of both sides. The 10% chance that it will happen, and the 90% chance that it won't. But following on from what I've just said a minute ago, also you've got to think about the duration of what your battles are likely to take. And obviously, if you're waiting for a 10% damage trigger, then you'll have a better chance over an extended time also than a short time. Of course. Let's move on. Pacification of Nikar. Okay, this is again where it gets decent. A much needed skill damage reduction, so you will not have forgotten already the 25% defense bonus, which you definitely need, and everybody needs it to be that bit tanky, but especially for a deep buffer, you got to be alive long enough for it to have some effect. Okay, anyway, so up to 10% skill damage reduction. Of course, it would have been more interesting if it was a damage reduction. So that also includes smite damage from people like Luce, but it's not. but it still does apply to the majority of players out there. And damage reduction would also include attack. Yeah, so well, it'd be a counter-attack damage or people attacking us kind of damage as well. You know what I mean? So maybe that would go a little bit too far and it'd be a little bit too tanky. Who knows? But either way, this is what we got. And okay, if this commander's troop is attacking another troop on the map, and the target troop has less than 80% of units remaining, this commander's troop deals 10% more skill damage up to 30%. Woof! It's only single damage though, so let's not get carried away. The main things, again, we'll take it all day, but the main things, or the main reasons you may want to have this, or it may well not be enough, is, again, we want to increase the threshold for their active skill to trigger. So our active skill triggers much more often than theirs. That's the reason why you get it. Will you be alive long enough for it to happen? Well, that's going to rely upon this 25% defense bonus. And also, it's up to 10% skill damage reduction. But think about this through again as well. In terms of the equipment that you are giving this man here, and the main thing, if you want him to do it like myself, is to stick around. When you are choosing his equipment, you're going to choose things which boost, guess what? Defense. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind as well, as much as which is reasonably possible. And finally, if the current target's troop, the target is surrounded basically, then the damage received, the target's damage received is increased by 6% if there's 3 troops surrounding it, or 9% if there's 4 troops, and 5 and anything more, the damage received by the target will be increased by 12%. And obviously that's significant. That means he's just kind of hopefully going to be zipping these people out there quick in a situation where you're surrounding people. What that says to me, and obviously says to you guys because you're reading it the same way as I am, is the main benefits of this are when you're surrounding people, preferably with 5 armies. I'm thinking most people in early game are not going to necessarily have 5 armies. It's obviously mostly going to be the whales going to have the 5 armies. Or people who just tactically adept, aka you're following the plan that I'm trying to say in terms of what you spend your speed points on. Are you going to competing against everybody else in your alliance and spending all your speed ups to try and get a maximum of 20 gold heads, and then finding out, oh damn, I'm ranked about 10 at best, and then you get like at least less than half of that, half at best, or maybe less than half than the 20 that you're aiming for. You know what I mean? So are you making good decisions with your speed ups? Are you efficient with your resources? Maybe do you have a farm account which is creating resources for you that can send it to your main account? All these things are reasons why you may well end up with 5 troops or more, not more, but 5 troops in a battle situation to get the most out of somebody like Belisarius. If you are skirting around the bottom end of things in the nicest possible way, meaning, you know what I mean, you're barely affording to attack with 1 army, then you're not going to get the best out of, obviously, Belisarius's expertise, skill. You'd still get something out of this one, but if you're in that situation, then essentially you need to be watching Mr. Siege's videos. you need to have a strategy where you can attack from range and get yourself a siege commander, preferably a siege commander that can, do area of effect damage. Imagine that. You're just trying to invest in that type of thing. So yeah, I think Belisarius is going to suit people who want to do melee damage on the battlefield with a good couple of armies, preferably. You don't have to have 5 armies if it's you and you're in the ball, and it's you and hopefully up to, and a few more, then whoever's on the other end is going to get up to 12% damage. So either way, you can go about things in a tactically proficient way, following on from the attacking in the ball strategy I did in a recent video and things like that, and you will have multiple armies attacking the target, and you will not be the one that's attacked. Because on the other hand, if you're doing these bad mistakes, if you're on the receiving end of the advice I'm just trying to give you right now about how to surround the others, but you're the one that's being surrounded, and obviously with somebody like Belisarius on the other side, you're going to be zip, zip, zip out there quick with a massive hospital bill, you know what I mean? So I think we will, long story short, I think we will see Belisarius on the map. I don't think he and many other commanders are necessarily for the free to play. I said in another video, I know this is a Belisarius video, but I need to kind of round it out now I've introduced these themes. I think there are better, namely, area of effect commanders you should be focusing on, like the Huan Yus, which leads you to infantry, in my point of view. Please make up your own opinion, but my point of view over 5 years experience. Maybe Juan Scipio. Get yourself a nice siege commander next. Watch Mr. Siege's videos. I did watch one of his actually yesterday. It was decent. And I was thinking, anyway, there's nothing like that. Oh yeah, then you watch my videos about how to kind of strategize in order to maximize your gems, maximize your gold heads, maximize your damage for your VIP points and your equipment and your materials. That's basically saying when you go to the shop, are you spending on gold heads, or are you spending on materials or the blueprints that you're going to need in order for your game to move forward in a powerful way from somebody who's got the years of experience to know. I'm not going to do a video highlighting what equipment choices I think you should do for this commander. Mainly because I'm very recent to cavalry myself. Okay, so once I get there, I'll do it. But yeah, I think for this guy, in some ways he's got attack, the 30% bonus here, and defense covered. It's 25% and the skill damage. Probably is going to be reasonably tanky. The only reason why I'm kind of mentioning it is because it's so early, and it's say 4-1-1-1. That at this point of where I've got him is not tanky, but to be fair, he probably will be. Which opens up the range of equipment that you can use for him. You know what I mean? So maybe I should put myself at ease. Anyway, so that's my early thoughts, my day one thoughts. It's just come out today. I'm a little bit still excited. We will see. Anyway, please like, subscribe. It's any encouragement I need. It's completely free. If you agree, or if you've got anything else I need to think about, or any of your own experience or thoughts, trust me, I'll take it positively. Just make it all nice. We're all here to encourage each other's games and move things forwards. And I love an interesting debate, man. I could do it all day. So all good. Anyway, just put it in the comments. Nice and happy. And let's subscribe to Daddy Steve, and I'm out.